You've said, Lee, that science can prove that God has not only done miracles in the past, but is still doing them today, and that's why you wrote the book. But I want you to tell us in this program what you found.
Yeah, I think what I found is the greatest miracle of all is a miracle of creation.
Right.
That God from nothing created everything.
Right.
And
a lot of people don't understand this one, so you got to slow it down just a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, a lot of people think, where did stuff come from? And a lot of skeptics will say that science and faith are incompatible.
Right.
In fact, Dr. Jerry Coyne, who's a professor at University of Chicago, said science and faith are fundamentally incompatible, and that science helps religion only by disproving its claims.
Yeah.
But what I found is if you use science, it can help establish that Genesis 1 verse 1 is true when it says that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Right.
So I look at three particular areas to show that this greatest miracle of creation actually took place. From science, again, John, this is scientific evidence.
Yeah, take it to us.
Yeah, first area is the area of cosmology, which is basically the origin of the universe.
Right.
Virtually every scientist now believes that the universe had a beginning at some point in the past.
Right.
Dr. Alexander Vilenkin, who's the director of the Cosmological Institute at Tufts University, said, all the evidence we have says that the universe had a beginning. Well, this leads to an argument developed by Dr. William Lane Craig, a philosopher, called the Kalman cosmological argument. It's very simple. It's just three parts. Number one.
Kalman simply refers to the medieval arguments that were used at that time.
That's right. So the first point is whatever begins to exist has a cause. And even the great skeptic David Hume said, I never asserted so absurd a proposition as that anything might arise without a cause. It's just natural. If there were a pop right now, you would say, what caused that? You wouldn't say, oh, it just happened. There's something behind it. So whatever begins to exist has a cause. Secondly, we now know the universe began to exist. Virtually every scientist agrees with that.
Yeah, folks don't realize that for the last 50 years, this has been standard fare.
That's right.
And the fact is, people have tried to get around it, and the fact is, it keeps on failing. All the theories keep on failing, and this is a solid fact of science, basically, that the universe, if you take Einstein and his relativity and gravity and all the stuff that he was talking about, and he figured out that if you rolled the time back, it went to nothing. And he didn't like that, so he fudged the factors on his own equation. And the thing is, Hubble took him out to the Hubble telescope, and he said, I want you to see the redshift in the background of the universe, and it's even all the way around, 5 degrees Kelvin, all the way around equally. And it shows that there was an explosion, and the fact is, if you roll it all back, you could put it into a box, you could put it into an atom, and then it disappears.
Exactly.
And Einstein said it was the biggest mistake of his career in fudging the equations that he did.
That's exactly right. And so if whatever begins to exist has a cause, the universe began to exist, therefore the universe has a cause.
Right.